What's up? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. If you're not, hit the button, and if you're listening on YouTube, hit that like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into this beautifully honest reaction.
Talk to me nice, talk to me honestly. Look in my eyes, don't let it fall on me. Say you a good guy, make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it, I wanna see it. See how rewind, when we rewind, feel so nice.
Hey, what's up, guys? I wanted to just talk about this because, listen, it's all over the social media, the news media, because she had an interview with Gayle King and revealed that she was pregnant. Although for most people, it wasn't a reveal because most people already knew she was pregnant. It was just she decided to go ahead and reveal the news on there as she was promoting her new album. But listen, I'm just going to be honest. I'm not a hater in any way. I'm not a Cardi B fan. I don't listen to her music. It's nothing personal. I don't listen to a lot of that music with these female rappers these days. I guess you can just call me old school, an old head, whatever. It's just not for me. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying it's just not my forte. But I am going to share some other people's thoughts about the music, but the reason I wanted to talk about this is because it's just really weird. Yeah, it's her personal life, but because she is a public figure, she has a persona where she pretty much has put almost everything out there, to the point where she's done Twitter Spaces and Instagram posts and stories and all these other things talking about her marriage. By the way, she's still married, so that's the other thing too that makes all of this look really weird. The biggest story is not the new album that she finally dropped after like a 7-year waiting period for her fans, because they're the ones that were waiting for it. I really could care less. Like I said, no shade or no hate. It's just not something that was for me, so I wasn't sitting around waiting for it. I didn't care about all of the other music that she did because it just was not something that I care for. The biggest story is her personal life. The pregnancy, this controversial relationship with this dude that has all of these babies all over the place and about to have a few more come into the world, while she's still married to someone who already had a bunch of kids before she got with him too. People are going to talk about it. So it's kind of ironic that her album title is called Am I the Drama? Because the question is this legacy that she is building, is it on the music or her drama? So the news is she's been dating this football player, ball player, whether it's football, basketball, he's a ball player, Stefon Diggs. And he has at least 4 children with 3 more on the way. He plays for the New England Patriots. He's a wide receiver, and he's only 31 years old, which honestly is not that young in football years. I don't know how many years more he has to go, depending on how he takes care of himself and the lifestyle that he's living. But he's definitely about that sex life, because all of these babies, my God. Anyway, he recently celebrated his infant daughter Shiloh's first birthday. A social media post that shows the birthday party says Stefon Diggs out here trying to start a whole NFL roster by himself. Allegedly got a 1-year-old, a 5-month-old, a 3-month-old, and more buns in the oven. The child that just turned 1 with one of the women, while 2 more women, including Cardi as baby mama number 4, again, are currently pregnant. Child, he don't need a family tree. He needs a bracket. Hashtag Father of the Year or Daycare CEO. So allegedly Cardi is due to give birth to his 5th child in December. And this will be her 4th child, but this one will be by him, not by her husband. And that is the thing that's just really weird. To be saying that she got pregnant with this man. First of all, it's like, again, none of this is our business really, but because she's a public figure and this news is out there, people are going to talk about it. So people are going to question, is he just out here slanging it unprotected with all these different people? Allegedly, he told her, let me heal you. Maybe the healing that he meant was sexual healing, because there's nothing that this broken person can do to heal anyone. And it's really sad when not just women, but definitely when women go from one relationship to another and they don't give themselves time for a break to just focus on themselves, to really heal. And she already had 3 other children. She just had a baby last year. And one of his baby mothers, she is pregnant again, allegedly, and this time with twins. And so there's this video. Jalen Rose's sister, Mariah Rose, she did this video where she talked about her concern for Cardi B because these teammates of Stefon Diggs were asked, who on your team would you prefer to not date your sister if you have a sister? And everyone said Stefon Diggs. So apparently Cardi B did not get the memo that if you're going to get with a ball player, this is the one that you need to avoid. But it seems like she has been a magnet for toxic men. And they say like attracts like. I know she has an extremely large fan base, and that's fine. People are free to like who they like. But people have to be honest. She is toxic. She is. A lot of people may have seen her as a victim in certain circumstances and situations, and I'm not saying that she deserved to go through the treatment that she received from her husband, but for a lot of years she was covering up his behavior for the sake of the public eye because she didn't want to look a certain type of way. So it's just really weird to go from a situation like that to get with someone else where now you're like continuously going to be talked about in the public, and a lot of the information is just not positive. It's her life, and I get it. She has the means and the access to take care of multiple children if this is what she chooses to have, and a lot of people can applaud her to say, well, at least she's having a baby and she didn't terminate the pregnancy and all those other things that can come to mind, of course. But you still don't applaud terrible choices and bad behavior, and it wasn't a mistake. It was just a bad decision. I don't have an issue. It's not my life. So honestly, yeah, it does not affect me at all. And it shouldn't really affect any of us, but we're talking about it.
So scared for Cardi B, y'all, because every time I see Stefon Diggs, all I can think about is that video of the interviewer asking all of his teammates, who on the team would you least like to date your sister? And every last one of them said him.
Davin, what guy on this team would you least like to date your sister?
What the hell? Diggs.
What guy on this team would you least like to date your sister?
Oh, Stefon Diggs.
This team would you least like to date your sister?
Least I to date my sister, Diggs. 100%.
This team would you least like to date your sister? And I might add, you're starting to be the runaway favorite for this.
Well, nobody want me to date his sister. I'm a great guy.
When it comes to the dating world, do you know what kind of scary creatures are crawling around in an NFL locker room? And every last one of them agreed that you were the one they'd least like to date their sister? Oh, hell no. Let's go back to COVID. Get 6 feet back.
So listen, guys, it speaks volumes that his own teammates, the people that know him, that have to work with him, that they said on the record, with their faces shown and their voices heard, they weren't behind some screen with their voices altered, to say that I don't want this ninja anywhere near my sister. You know what I mean? And I'm quite sure that Cardi B is hoping that this relationship will last the test of time. And just like she did with the husband, I was about to say the previous marriage, but it's not a previous marriage until like the divorce is finalized. Well, I get it. Some divorces are complicated because it is easier to get married than it is to get divorced. It's just the truth. So I'm not going to sit here and judge all of that, but I will say that you can make better choices and better decisions while you await all of that to happen, because It's not like you really could not use protection. You know what I mean? I'm not even judging the behaviors of her getting down with somebody else, because allegedly her husband Offset said that she cheated on him. We know he was cheating on her. So like, hey, whatever. It is what it is. That's the toxic relationship that they both chose to be in. But what I'm saying is, more likely than not, she will hope that this will last the test of time and will do everything in her power to make it stretch out as long as she can until she really can't take it anymore, because that's what she did with her husband. Pretty much everyone knew that he was not marriage material. He wasn't husband material. And she tried to make a house husband. But he said some terrible things about her, definitely did a lot of terrible things. And for your husband to say that he had his mission accomplished by making her a baby mother, how disgusting can you get? So I understand, if you're hurt and you feel like you want to show the person that hurt you that you're doing well, how about you do that by just getting healed? Not saying that this man is going to heal you, because no person can do that. You have to seek inner healing and soul healing for yourself, and it doesn't come through a DICK. I know some people might think that, but it doesn't. But was the album, The 7-Year Wait, worth it? I couldn't tell you because I'm not listening to it. Like I said, it's not my forte. But I'm going to share this video with you guys, or at least share some of it. And it's a review of Cardi B's album. Am I the drama?
Honest with you, I don't know. After 7 years of coming with a project, I felt as though that Cardi was going to come and shit. I thought that she was going to come and shit on all of the rap girls. Of course, she dissed Bia. She had a whole track dedicated to Bia. She threw subs at Ice Spice and also at JT. And she had a little diss at Nicki on Trophies. We'll get into that too. But to me personally, this was not a 7-year wait. Like, this album was not worth a 7-year wait. Cardi B, and the reason why, she's not a real artist at all, and she's just filling up space. And we'll get into it, but let's go through the album. And I want to tell you, I'm gonna give you my honest opinion on all of it, of how I felt. Right? I did not appreciate how Cardi B sat up there with Kelly Rowland and used the N-word multiple times. I'm not a huge Kelly Rowland fan anyway, but I lose respect for black people. It's like, for black people, Kelly is from Houston. I understand that she's around like a lot of Latino, Hispanic, whatever. But it's just like, you let this girl use the N-word multiple times in your face and just mad disrespectful. I seen something online that the video is it got age restricted, so it's not even really available on YouTube. Like, what a waste of time. And Kelly Rowland, you could just look at her face and see it was just it was an inappropriate person to interview Cardi. Like, all that cocky shit, she must have, I don't know when this was recorded, but she may have did this. Oh no, remember the way that she looked? She was feeling extra cocky. That was the day that Imaginary Players dropped. Remember, she had that hair. She said she was doing something really special with Kelly Rowland. We don't want to see that. We don't want to see that. All right, so the next song, Pick It Up with Selena Gomez. A big no. I am just not a fan of Selena Gomez. I'm not one of the people who ever get it. Like, when it comes to Selena, some people love Selena Gomez. I just don't. I said the vocals don't sound terrible. Once the slow rapper trying to sound pretty enters the song, it's an automatic skip. Check what I said again. I said the vocals don't sound terrible for Selena Gomez, but once the slow rapper trying to sound pretty enters the song, it's an automatic skip. It's just a skip for me, right? Nice Guy, I think that is that Nice Guy with Tyler? London on the track, and I hate it. This is why I said this is what Cardi B has been advocating for. I said this is the reason that Cardi B has been advocating for Tyler. You remember when Tyler was getting dragged over her EP not performing right? Now you can see she got Tyler because she thought that Water was, she probably did this collaboration a while ago. She thought that Water was such a big hit and that they was going to come and just do big numbers and, make me mama. And Tyler has been a chop. I'm telling y'all, people been trying to compare Tyler to Rihanna. I knew that it was just, no, she's not no damn Rihanna. She got to listen. She got a lot to prove. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I said, this is why Cardi B has been advocating for Tyler, because she had this tired ass song. Tyler's vocals sound pretty, but it's nothing I need to ever need. It's nothing I need to ever hear again, nor need it. I don't need to hear it, and I don't want it again. All right, let's move on. So, what's going on featuring Lizzo? This song was terrible. When I say terrible, I'm talking about tears. T-E-A-R-A-B-L-E. Terrible. It was terrible. All right. What's going on featuring Lizzo? And personally, this was the wrong type of track to have Lizzo talk shit in regards to Offset. Cardi wants to wait. Cardi wants to know how a nigga treats her basic, but if you look at the photos walking through the airport in any of her old photos compared to her dolled up and glammed up surgical healings, I think number one, Offset treated Cardi bad based off just being a man and treating her bad. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys cheat and all of that. People cheat in general, right? And then he treated her bad because she's not really a baddie. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, I can't wait to get into Bodega Baddie. I'm gonna tell you how I really feel about that, right? Men cheat, talking about Offset wasn't eating her punani right, and like he used to. And I said he wasn't eating that punani right like he used to. He probably smelled the scent of Stefon Dick. I mean, I don't know, Cardi. You tell us. You know what I'm saying? He probably smelled the scent. You know what I'm saying? Because Offset said that she was cheating in the 9th month. And they talked about this album was supposed to be Lemonade. I'm calling it Piss. Now let's move on to Pretty and Petty, the Bia diss song. Name 5 Bia songs, gun to your head. I'm dead. She tried to say people couldn't name 5 Bia songs. I probably could name 5 Bia songs, but I'm not going to get into that right now. But you know, she's pretty much trying to make it seem like Bia is insignificant. But you put her on, you dissed her and gave her a whole song on your album. That means that girl really, really, really like hurt your feelings. She called Bia a lapdog, calling her a Labrador Bia, all of that. And then she said she would rather die on the surgery table than to look like Bia, pretty and petite Bia. Are you crazy, Cardi? This is why I'm trying to say that the surgery and all of these, like, I didn't even do a video after Cardi B's case, but the surgery and all of these lies, the reconstruction to the face, it really makes this girl feel like she that. She really feel like she's pretty for real. Talking about Bodega Baddie, you would never a Bodega Baddie. Like, listen, so the Pretty and Petty song to Bia, I hope Bia responds. I think Bia has an album coming out soon. I hope she responds. She said she would rather die on the table to look like Bia. Want to beef with me? Are you sure? Do you even have a BET award? So pretty much just trying to stomp her out the same way she tried to do the Ice Spice and try to say JT being in fashion. Listen, let me tell you something. No matter how much Cardi B used the N-word and all of that, she don't want JT in fashion because she feels as though she needs to be the only one. Now, she tried to act like she has so much love and that she wanted to be the difference, like she wasn't, you know, cocky and, you know, have a certain approach. They tried to make Nicki seem like the mean one, but Cardi B is a mean girl and she only likes the girls who are lower than her. Lower, right? So she said your mama used to F around with white men. I mean, you have European features. You know what I'm saying? Cardi, you're racially ambiguous. You're not black. So your mama used to F around with white men. Meatball, you Italian. Why you always at Diddy house? Comb that little kitty out. They only book you when they can't get Koi. Listen, Coi Leray is where right now? To me, they both on the same level. So why you trying to boost Koi up? That's probably why Coi Leray all up in her comments with the nonsense. You know what I'm saying? You got to see through these people. It be calculated, typed up, calculated. I doubt you hate it. So listen, Shower Tears featuring Summer Walker. A skip for me. Don't want to hear a pregnant woman being vulnerable about her ex-boyfriend, her ex-husband for her slow rapping ass verse. This is not Lemonade, it's Piss. That's why I actually wrote that up. Yeah, this is not Lemonade, it's Piss. So let's move on. Man of your word. All right. So I said the man singing the song sound good, but I don't want to hear a slow sounding rapping bitch spit slow rap about her ex-husband. Skip. It's like, do you realize how unflattering this is? You out here with Baby Bump. That man who, what was his name? The guy who was running in front of the courthouse and he asked Cardi if she was pregnant or whatever, and she threw something at him and she lied. You know what I'm saying? And then ooh. Then Cardi got the tour coming out. If Cardi is pregnant the way that she is, listen. Just because you have a village should not mean that you should continuously let black men bust nuts up in you and have these babies and throw them on your village, and then so you could be out here trying to be lit on tour. Let your body heal, your baby. Yo, I read somewhere that somebody was like, damn, Blossom didn't even blossom. Beautiful baby, beautiful kids. They said Blossom didn't even blossom, and she got another one able to walk around looking like pretty, petite Bia. Imagine that. Delusions. Imagine Cardi B trying to make Bia seem insignificant, but I said this, you gave her a whole track on your album. Be a better ride. She better rise to the occasion, okay? And I said, I'm so grateful for Nicki Minaj and other black female rappers who really rap. The content on this album is redundant and the raps are corny.
All right, so you heard those reviews, and listen, maybe art imitates life. Cardi's album is titled Am I the Drama? And it pretty much seems like she is. And as much as she really doesn't like negative press or people who do not praise her or agree with her or only share positivity towards her, I really feel like she can't fault anyone for the negativity or somewhat, the toxic things that may come at her online, because that's a lot of what she has expressed. I'm not going to keep going down the path of the past with a lot of the toxic things and disgusting things that she said about people, but you can go Google it. There's a lot of that out there. And while I'm not one to sit and just hold the past against someone, I also feel like you need to make better decisions if you want to receive more positive feedback and less negative backlash. And I wouldn't even say any reviews that are not favorable, giving her 10s across the board or whatever about her music are negative. It's just people's personal opinions and what they feel it is or it isn't, or the hype is just not what a lot of people have claimed that it is. But look, she's gotten the opportunity to live a lifestyle, that a lot of people would love to live. To go from a stripper to having a lot of followers on social media to being on TV, on Love and Hip Hop, and in my personal opinion, to pretty much be chosen to be in this position of a rapper that I don't feel that she really is. I don't really believe that she's a true, genuine artist, and I don't even really believe she has a passion for it. I just believe it was just something to do. That's my personal opinion, and I'm sticking to it. And Kanye, he hasn't been taking care of himself mentally. He has not been on his meds and seeking the treatment that he really needs to get, so there's no excuses for that. But I will say that some things that he said about Cardi B, she may not have really particularly cared for it, but I don't believe he was lying about what he said.
That's why fucking Cardi B was over there. Cardi B is a plant by the Illuminati. She don't write her raps. She's just there to like sound as ignorant as possible, and then make songs like "Fuck Him" and you get some money. Yeah. She was literally replaced, Nicki Minaj purposely. That they put her there, and now she doesn't know what to do, and she's just she has no idea what the fuck is going on. She thinks it's just a blessing from the universe. There ain't no blessing from the fucking universe.
Thanks for being here, liking, and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.